This program is designed to provide general information with regards to the subject matters covered. This information is given with the understanding that neither the hosts, guests, sponsors, or station are engaged in rendering any specific and personal, medical, financial, legal, counseling, professional service, or any advice. You should seek the services of competent professionals before applying or trying any suggested ideas.
Hey there, it's Brian Sebastian. Movie reviews and more. And if it's Tuesday, obviously you'll always have to support the arts. Your favorite charities, no matter what they may be. Ours is Dreamweaver Arts, Dreamweaver Artists Ranch. Carol will talk about everything else that's coming up with that. So for Mary and Vera, I want you to put your socials in there so we can have it scroll at the bottom, because we want people to follow, like, and subscribe you and view all the great things you guys are doing. And obviously, this is just 164 live shows in a row and counting still. And streaming worldwide, Talk4 TV, Talk4 Media, K4 HD Radio, and streaming on over 100 outlets right now around the world, and womanontv.tv and iTube 247 with 40 million plus views and counting. So the good thing about this show was I've been looking forward to it because of these two young ladies. I felt like I kind of picked them up, even though they were just like on red carpets. Mary, I saw coming with a blue dress. I'm like, who's this woman coming with a blue dress? She stands out. I'm like, I got to know who she is. So I interviewed her at the Diablo Lionsgate screening room before I left to take off on the East Coast. Vera, I saw her just sitting there with her. What are these puppets? What are these things? What? And I love what she created. I'm like, what is this all about? I got to talk to her. Little did I know that she would be following me up into my private screening room in the back of the theater, watching movies just like I did. And I'm looking over there. Who's this blonde chick in my row? It's Vera watching movies like I am at the end of the aisle. I look over to her. I felt like I was in a horror movie. She waves to me and like, who's this chick? Oh, it's Vera. I thought it was one of her puppets. That you kind of freaked me out in a way because I'm used to being in the back of theater by myself so I can screen all these things. But the great thing about Vera, she's a classical pianist who's very talented. She may not want people to know that, but she is. I like to find these things out. So when you can play that guitar, you can play that bass, and you're a drummer. We all are like drummers there. Drummers bang harder, don't we? And it's one of those things where you are one of those world famous child hand puppeteers and a model and a bodybuilder and all of these things. And you have this great film called Apocalypse Love that I just found fascinating. And I'm like, I got to have her on. Anytime you could see something like that, and Rachel and Terry and Howard and Carol, you'll remember if you saw Thunderbirds Are Go, those puppets like that, it reminded me of that, but her film was better. And I said, oh, we got to have you on a show. Unfortunately, you got to wait a little bit because we're 4 months booked. She said, that's okay. And as I watched her on the red carpet at Dances with Films, I was fascinated by her friends there. All the work that she put into making this film, which is a great film, and designing and picking out the music. It's not easy to do all this stuff. And then so her name is Vera VanGuard. And then when it comes to, let's see, Mary, Little Miss Jolly, the fun thing about her was she's been to all 50 states. I've been to 43 states. She doesn't even live in the United States. Well, she does now, but she didn't really. She was just traveling around, and she decided to go to all 50 states. Who does that? Good for her. People who don't live in the United States usually. So the good thing about that is I had to have her on because there was something there, and I didn't know anything about her, but she was so nice, and she came up on the red carpet, and what she was wearing with her friend, I said, I got to take a picture of her, and I want to have you on our show, and she luckily agreed. Luckily, I haven't had any women or any guys say, no, who are you? Get away from me, black guy. I can't be bothered. So luckily, you get them on the show, and you go for it, and you go from there. So Rachel, let's introduce yourself first, because you got done doing your TikTok. You were wearing your revealing thing that you were wearing, but your fans are going nuts. Tell everybody who you are, where you're coming from.
Oh, okay. So my name is Rachel Roberts, and I have a little morning show called Coffee Talk. And so, but I do other stuff too. And like I like to go live on TikTok before we do our live show on Tuesdays. And they always kick me off. I don't know what is the deal with them, but it's like you get knocked off and I have to peel it. Anyway, I've become one of those slaves to the products that they send you. And so I do all these videos like for them. And one of my friends asked me, they were like, do you get paid for this? I'm like, I don't think so. Like, I don't know why I'm doing this. I'm spending like a lot of time making these little videos for them, but I get products because as women, y'all know, it's like Christmas. Every time you get the doorbell rings and you get something in the mail. How exciting. So I was telling Brian, yeah, I love doing it. Not quite sure if they're paying me, but I do enjoy it.
But you're gonna get there. You're gonna get there.
But I do other stuff too. I do like acting, and I've been doing I got been with Brian for years doing movie reviews and more. I really like that. But yeah, every morning you can find me on Coffee Talk.
Mm-hmm. Carol?
Mm-hmm. I'm Carol Register. It's so lovely to meet you guys. And just a shout out for Give Back Tuesdays to Dreamweaver Arts that Brian mentioned, supporting artists in all the things that they do. Such an important organization. I'm also a part of Better Vision for Children. Most importantly, though, I absolutely love taking female leaders from 6 to 7 figures and doing it so that they have aligned, heart-centered wealth that is fulfilling and satisfying. And it's one of my favorite things in the world because great women like us deserve great wealth for great impact. And Brian is one of the most important people as far as
I don't know about that.
empowering women. You empower women all the time, Brian. And I know that is an important part of your message, Mary. I saw that. And so I'm really excited to be here with you guys, Vera and Mary. And Vera, shredding metal on the guitar. Hello, I'm in. So really lovely to meet you guys.
Howard?
I'm Howard Wiggins Interior Design. I've got a lot of good things happening for me. Some I'll talk about a little later, but all of a sudden everything, my stars are lining up and things are starting to happen. So, and I can't wait to share it. I want to tell you now, but I guess I can't. But I will.
You will. And he deserves it too.
Just watch me. Yeah.
Terry.
Thank you. So.
Terry, on mute.
I wanted to give Rachel some advice about TikTok once I introduced myself because I'm also on TikTok. But you do get if you apply for TikTok Shop, you do get paid by the people that send you.
No, I'm on. Yeah, no, I'm all over the shop.
Okay. Yeah. So I took a break from TikTok Shop because my mom passed away in January. And so I've been dealing with family stuff, which is coming to a closure, which Brian knows all about, which I will be writing a book about because when a parent dies and you go through family stuff, it was a shock for me. And I want to help other people go through this experience because it's probably family changes once you have a death in the family. I'll leave it at that. You guys can wait for the book, but I've been with Brian for 14 years. I do the red carpet hosting for Brian. So I do the celebrity interviews. I've been acting off and on since I was a kid. I did commercials as a kid. I am a fitness competitor, kind of retired fitness competitor, but I'd like to go back into it. I was Miss Bikini LA Masters, and I started competing when I was 46 years old. I've won several fitness. I've been in NPC. I never went pro, but I've got a lot of knowledge in health and fitness. I just had my 58th birthday, which
treasure it.
I do. And my girlfriends took me to the Madonna. I took myself and another friend, Raquel, who's a publicist for Rock Band. She's been on the show before. I worked with her with other events. Brian knows her really well, but we went to the Madonna Inn, went horseback riding. And if anybody knows about the Madonna Inn, and this is a place that Howard needs to go to because the architecture there is crazy. In the dining room, Hertz Castle, that staircase is from Hertz Castle. Each room is an individual room. It has a different theme. So we were in the horse room, but they have a cave room, they have an Irish room, they have a Swiss room, they have a spa, they have a pool. So I have to say I had an amazing birthday. And so it was a really good start to my new life because I'm going to be moving. I'm going to be starting fresh, and I'm actually kind of excited now, Brian. And Brian has actually been great helping me get through maybe the toughest.
It's been
period
torturous.
This was the toughest period of my life, but I made it to the other side. That's the point. You know, so.
You look fantastic. I like your hair like this. I don't know. It's like it really looks good like that, and I can feel your energy is different. Like you're really, I like it.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
You're gonna want to connect too. When we hear from Vera here, because she also is a fitness expert, bodybuilder, and natural Olympian, 2-time natural Olympian. Which I want to know, what does natural Olympian mean? What is that? What is that, Vera?
Well, as our lovely friend here was talking about, NPC, they're not a natural federation. Like you could literally walk out on stage with a needle hanging out of your arm and you're fine. I'm part of a natural bodybuilding federation, not NPC, and they have their own Olympian. I was twice in it. I won first place in the first one and like fourth place in the second one. But in my defense, the fourth place was because it was in 2020 during COVID, and I wasn't able to get to the gym. But that's okay. Fourth place is great. You know.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, and the fact it's natural without drugs and doing it with your own system organically. I love that. Yeah, it's powerful.
Just to know, and you probably know about this too, like Fitness Universe. I did Fitness Universe, and that's a natural show that you were drug tested for that. So I've done both. I've done both types of shows, and it's really, really interesting because there's a big phenomenon right now of bodybuilders dying because of the steroids, and even in bikini, those girls are on some type of steroid or some growth hormone and stuff. And it's really not. That's one of the reasons I stopped competing, because I was like, to get to that level on a lot of those shows, you do have to take steroids. It's really hard to get that level without it. What is your opinion?
After this show, I want to be friends with you.
Yes.
and we've had those people on. We've had the documentaries on the shows. But the thing about Vera that I like is, I don't think there's anything that she doesn't do. And that's what I found fascinating. Yeah. But the thing about that is what she was also just nice and friendly. And she came back to the film festival for other films to support the arts. That I liked. And you don't see that. Usually people will come out and they'll support their film. They'll meet some people, but they might not come back. She kept coming back. And I was very impressed by that. Not only was she watching films, but she was just always promoting. We were talking about why your film, Apocalypse Love, is fascinating. I did send it out to a couple of people. We'll see if they saw it or not. But I liked it. I watched it again because I thought it was great. Talk about that.
Thank you. I have this thing. This was at Dances with Films Film Festival, and me and Brian met up with, and I have this thing where, like, if you come support my project, I will come support your project. And I made sure everyone who came to see mine, I went to see theirs, and I wanted to participate as much as I can and meet as much people, because a film festival is like right where you need to be. And as a filmmaker, I came to LA, like, bodybuilding and all these things are like how I pay my bills and how I just hobbies. But what I really do is I'm a child-sized hand model and puppeteer. Apocalypse Love is this all puppet movie about zombies and aliens and emo and gothic. Like, here I have my little emo gothic puppet, and they're all puppeteered with hands. You could see them like puppeteered with the hand in the movie. So no one's ever done a puppet movie where you see the hands actually moving the dolls around. and you see it in this movie. It's called play motion animation, and I wanted to make something that's an IP that we could possibly merchandise the living F out of at Hot Topic. So that's my goal in life. And it's a really funny little horror comedy sci-fi spoof
Love it. That's cool.
of life.
And we're going to show that a clip of that trailer in a minute. Someone wanted to know, where can you get your dolls? Because what do you do with your dolls, Vera? You make them, don't you?
These were made for me in Slovenia by an amazing doll maker.
Wow.
So, and this was also a launch project. So I had to wait 3 months for each individual doll to ship from Slovenia. It was
Wow.
And we're going to come back to that.
You were born in Russia. Oh, sorry, right? You were born in Russia, right, Vera?
Yes. I was born in Russia, but I came here when I was 4 years old, so I do not talk like Musan sport. I also speak. I speak fluent native Russian. Like, you wouldn't know that I wasn't raised
No,
there.
there was no inclination at all that specific.
Yeah.
Thank you for being nice to me. So, hey, Vera, we're going to come back to you in a minute. We're going to show a clip of that your movie that I really like. Mary, talk about who you are, where you come from, because you've got a fascinating background too, whether it's your stand-up, you, that writer, that producer, and the shorts that you have done. And, I was fascinated by that one-woman stage stand-up that you did. I really like that.
Oh, thank you. Well, I grew up in England, and then I moved to New York to go to drama school. And then after drama school, I really wanted to find out a bit more about things on the other side of the camera. So I got involved in production for a bit, and then wanted to move more into theatre. So I wrote a show right before I left New York, and then moved to Atlanta teaching, and then got to LA. So I've sort of done a lot of different things, but always stayed in the vein of I want to do something that tells stories that otherwise wouldn't get told. So the short, I don't know if I sent you, did I send you Spaghetti? The one that was
I saw it.
So that's something that I'm super proud of. I wanted to do something in response to the conversation around consent and Me Too, and maybe come at it from a slightly different angle. One that was really educational for both sides. And I managed to make a short film with 23 other women, and the majority of us on the project had all experienced some form of sexual assault it's at some point in our lives. So it was quite a cathartic thing to get to work on, to be on set with that many women all supporting each other. It was, an incredible thing to get to do.
And we can't leave out your friend, because we met at Lionsgate Screening Room. It was nice to go there. It's nice to meet new people, because I wasn't there to cover for the red carpet, but they always want me to cover, but I don't want to do that. I like to roam around freely. I like to see who stands out, who I think needs help. And when you walked into that room with that blue dress, I saw you come in. I'm like, who is this woman? I've never seen her before, but you stood out. And anybody who stands out when you walk in the room, you should go meet them, because you never know who they are. And then it's fascinating when you get to talk to them, because they're out there to supporting. And that was for Diablo. And it was a great film with Scott Adkins, who I like, martial artist who I've known for years. But, you met some more of the Latino helping them, because they were really there to support Latino influences, which I thought was great. So Mary, talk about why you were there, because your friend was there too.
Yeah, so I haven't seen Blanca in quite a while, but Blanca and I were in acting class together. So when I very first got to LA, I was taking Gordon Hunt's acting workshop, which is now taught by his daughter, Helen Hunt. But we were part of that for many years, and that class became like a real family for a long time. So Blanca was in that. Blanca's amazing. I mean, she is such a strong voice for women, and she's written her own book and has done a book tour and has been in a number of different films. But we've just sort of kept missing each other over the years. And so we got back in touch, and she said that she was going to this, and so we should go and get to finally catch up and see each other. So that was great.
So these are a couple photos of you that you sent that I thought were great, because you had different looks. And I just like your smile and it's your eyes, and I could see why. If I'm a casting, I'm looking at these things like that because I keep running into these people. I am not that actor, but I'm always looking at those things for my friends, if that makes sense, of what stands out. And when you're seeing a lot of these movies, they are fascinating with all the stuff to do. Hey, Rebel, hold that photo right there. So,
Wow.
Vera, talk about these because you get a better look of what they are. And you were so proud to have those, and I was happy for you because everybody started taking pictures of you and your crew.
Yeah, I had my whole crew of voice actors with me that day. It was amazing because these are all like one of a kind.
Yeah, them right there. Yeah.
Yep. Those are my around me with the crowns. I had my other two puppeteers wear crowns because we were puppet queens. So I made sure we were all wearing crowns, and also, queens adjust each other's crowns, and we don't knock them over or down. So yeah.
And this photo right here, I love this because I just found it fascinating. I thought it was one of the best films that I saw at the festival.
Oh, thank you. For anyone wondering, it's an emo gothic love story set in a zombie alien apocalypse, all done with puppets. There's no people in it. Just the hands. You see the hands.
And so when that photo was when she was competing. I mean, she could still compete as far as I'm concerned.
Wow.
Oh, thank you.
Wow, gorgeous.
Thank you. Thank you.
Hey, I want to show you a trailer of you too.
Oh,
And then we got Sapphire Blue in an audio. We'll get to you in a minute. I want to show this trailer, and we'll give her a shout out of what she's doing. She's at her job, so that's why. Rebel's going to show us this clip when she gets ready, and then we'll go to Sapphire after that.
Have you ever been so in love you would do the unthinkable? To be with the one you loved when you take your dying breath. Here she is.
Right round like a record, baby, right round, round, round.
Because you can't push yourself beyond any limit.
Please! You took everything from us. I have nothing left. At least don't let me die without holding her in my arms.
Someone has to stop this thing. And that someone is you.
Aliens, they're here. They're real. They're reanimating your dead grandma to eat your brains.
Spin me right round, baby, right round like a record, baby, right round, round, round. You spin me right round, baby, right round like a record, baby, right round, round, round.
This has got to be the worst place to be right now.
It really is the end of the world.
Now take my hand! Run!
I really hate humans.
Yeah, well, we pretty much hate ourselves too.
Baby, right round, round, round.
So when I saw this movie, I didn't know what I was seeing because I don't watch the trailers or anything. I walk right into it and movies, so I want to be pleasantly surprised. And I was pleasantly surprised by this. I was like, wow. And then I'm like, this is fascinating because I love zombie, prepper movies and things like that. But when I saw this, I'm like, first of all, it's the voiceovers, it's the talent of the puppeteering, it's how they were made, and the story was fantastic. And I just thought it was great. Not to give away anything, but when you see a puppet get in and drive a car stick shift, you had me right there. That was it.
And it's a mini.
I'm thinking,
Yeah, it was a Mini Cooper. I was like, this is great. Yeah. Hey, talk about that real quick, and when you go to Sapphire. Go ahead, Vera.
Yeah, the dolls actually live in our world. They don't live in a miniature world. So everything was life size except the things that went into their little paws. So it was like this was our Harvard educated street thug, simply because that's the only way for him to like pay for his bills. He has to he takes the life of the streets to pay for his college tuition, but he uses like really big words. But anyway, yeah, here. It's like the only things that are like life are small are the things that he has in his hand. And he uses this.
He's funny.
And he's so funny. Oh, Danny Arroyo did a great job with this, voicing Spencer, you know.
Mm-hmm. Hey, we're gonna come back to you. Sapphire, do we have you in audio?
Yes, hi. How are you guys?
Hey. Good. I know you were busy with stuff, so I just wanted to have you introduce yourself. And I know you've been playing around clubs. I know you were running around doing stuff. So talk about who you are, where you're coming from for the audience and for our host.
Yes, hi everyone. I'm Sapphire Blue. I'm a country soul singer-songwriter. I'm based here in Los Angeles, California. I'm traveling all around the states, nationwide, just, spreading the joy of my sound, country soul. It's a fusion of traditional country, rock, southern gospel, and soul music. So yeah, that's basically
that sounds
it.
amazing.
Thank you.
I love this look that you have. Talk about Burn Me. And you have a couple singles too, right?
Yeah, Burn Me is my latest single. What that's about is just being in a situationship and really wanting more and just not being afraid to express that. Because I feel like today, society is just really about nonchalantness, right? You don't want to let no one know how you really and truly feel, unless it's in a negative type of way. And I just really like to focus my music talking about, life and love and, how that feels to be vulnerable and powerful in the same time.
Yeah.
That's important. Mary, you talk about using your voice for female empowerment in the industry, isn't it? That's very important, especially now. Always has been.
Oh, very much. Yeah. And I think also the idea of, I think there's a lot of thought that as women we pitch against each other, but actually I think it's really important to highlight the ways that we can lift each other up and work together. I think now more than ever we need to hear our voices and really speak up for the stories that we want to tell. And yeah, it's interesting too, thinking about that, a lot of times it's easier to talk about the negative side of things rather than the positive. I think in dating world too, you often
exactly.
Yeah.
And I'm with you. I'm all about empowerment, female empowerment, as well as just empowerment altogether as people. I'm all for just going for what you really love to do. And a lot of my music is also encouraging people to just really step into their power as, their true authentic selves.
Hey, where are you performing next coming up?
Yeah, I'm going to be playing at Black on the Block. It's a huge platform out here in LA and a few other cities. They travel around states. And it's just highlighting, a lot of Black vendors, artists, and just the culture all together. I'm really excited about that. It's going to be August 17th.
Cool. That'll be good. I got to thank Donna Caldwell from Tennessee, Women in Film and Television, there for having you on, because that's important. And she goes, Brian, you need to know her. You need to deal with them. I said, I will. That's why I followed you today. And I don't just follow anybody. And the ladies here, Movie Reviews and More, will tell you that I just don't. You have to have something going on for me to do it, because or else we'd be following everybody, right? And no, I'm not like that. No, there's got to be something, just like what Mary has and what Vera has. You gotta have something, or else, because we all have so many people reaching out to us, huh, Rachel? These strange people, and mental health is real out there on things. So I'm always very cautious of making sure that we don't have future stalkers or anything like that, if that makes sense.
Yes. Well, I really appreciate you guys for having me on. And Donna is great. She's definitely always a big supporter. So shout out to Donna. And yeah, thank you guys so much. I really love what I'm hearing today. And Vera, I also really love what you're doing as well. I have to check that out.
I'm definitely checking you out as soon as this is done.
Nice
Yes.
to meet you, Sapphire. Nice, super nice to meet you.
Absolutely.
Yes, thank you.
Again,
Likewise.
you women's voices are very, very important. I always say that me and Howard were just like kind of eavesdropping. It's your shows, really. You know, it's about empowering you guys. Hey, Rachel, talk about what you've been working on because you were away for a little bit having some fun.
Okay.
And you look like you're de-aging, not aging. You look like you're
Yes.
de-aging.
Yeah.
She does.
I'll
Yeah.
be 52 in a week.
Woo!
Yeah, good.
Woo!
Yeah.
Girl,
So,
you look hot.
Thank you. Thank you. So, what have I been doing? I had a movie not too long ago that I was part of, which was exciting. And I was on another one, and then the director died. So that was, I know it was a horror film, and then it turned into like a real, he got hurt on set making the movie and he died. So
Oh no.
it was
died.
yeah, that was the wildest thing. Anyway, so looking forward to more films coming up that I really can't even talk about because you're not supposed to do that. But hoping that comes to play. Some westerns and some. I think when you get into like a certain genre of films, they come at you like, oh, I saw you were into the horror thing, so we know no. But some exciting stuff happening, and there's always when it gets dull, there's always the TikTok video that don't pay anything.
And Carol, you've been doing stuff on your Friday book club, even whether you're there or not. Hey, Howard, I'm coming to you next. Be ready. Talk about that because that's important.
The book club, I love it. It's amazing. It's just a book where it's completely free. We come together. There's no promotion, and we literally just support each other as female leaders, filling each other's cups, and just leaning into our worthiness. And Brian, I also want to mention the retreats that I do at my boutique hotel in Southern Chile. If you're interested in a retreat, if you're interested in film location down there in the Andes Mountains, it's spectacular. Just DM me. I'd love to share.
Yeah, since Mary likes to travel, Vera, you never know. Your puppets could make a road country trip. Who knows?
Yeah.
Hey, Howard, let's take you off mute. Let's see if Howard has sound. We just never know. Howard, let's talk about your room where you are because that room looks beautiful.
I'm in the Oriental bathroom, which is off the Oriental master bedroom. But I have a look called stacked and layered, so I have no blank walls anywhere. I don't want them, But and that's part of what's coming around. I'm going to kind of merge my dancing, my collecting of antiques, my collecting of art, my love of music, and I'm going to pull it all together in kind of one venue when I move to Chattanooga. And the people that are helping me are great, and they really kind of volunteer their help, and I just want to go. I want to get going. I want to go to my next phase in life and just see where it takes me. So,
are you still selling art, Howard?
Wow.
I've just got 2 pieces I'm giving up. That's all, and they'll bring hopefully a lot, and then I might let my blackamoors go, which are the rock crystal pieces that you see in the living room down there. But nobody knows what they're going to go for. And it's like, they better go for a certain amount or I'm not letting them go because I'd be so heartbroken if it didn't bring a certain amount. So, because they've been a part of my life for a long time. So I can't help it. I'm materialistic and I always have been, but I do it because I love it. I love it for myself. I love beautiful things. I'm not doing it to show off, or I hardly have anybody over. It's just like, it's for me, and that's my job. So I love to create beauty, and if you don't create it, if you don't use it, you lose it. So I'm using it.
and just so the audience knows, because people forget that we have the audio version on K4HD radio, is that he's been collecting art since age 16, and he has some very let's say, expensive pieces there. And you know, he's wanting to let certain things go. He's got some great things going on with that. So I couldn't be happier for him, you know, and that's a good thing. Hey, Mary, talk about this. Oh, go ahead, Howard. Go ahead.
I was going to say, I've always lived in my small house. My wife's always wanted a bigger house. And so at this age, I want to give her what she wants. So that's it. I'm doing a little bit for her too, because that's her dream.
Hey, women empowerment, right?
That's
Hey,
right.
Mary, talk about this. What was it like for you to go to Tennessee? That's where Howard is. What was it like when you went to Florida and in Texas, since you had all 50 states?
I loved Chattanooga. I liked going on the Chattanooga choo-choo.
That's where he's going to move.
It's beautiful. It's so lovely. And then Florida, I've been to a few times as well. Loved it again. It seemed to rain a couple of times that I was there pretty heavily, which, yeah, was beautiful and great people that I got. I mean, there was great people in every state that I've been to. And Texas, I spent a lot of time just outside of Houston and then San Antonio and Austin. I still haven't made it to Dallas, but hopefully soon. Yeah.
What have you noticed about the people when you're traveling to those states? Well, I mean, what stands out for me? Because it was your experience was interesting to me.
Well, I think the big is really going. Okay, there you go. I'm back. I think a lot of them I traveled to solo, so I really like traveling on my own. I love doing long road trips by myself, and you know, I just think there's so many good people in every single state. Every state, so welcoming, so kind. You know, it's a different experience, especially, you know, traveling as a woman alone sometimes is a bit strange. I love the daytimes, but then the evenings can always be a bit weird. But yeah, I've just always met people who are really encouraging. And I think people were quite interested in why is this random British girl trying to get to every state in America. But I just really like America, so I really wanted to.
Well, tell the audience what the reason was why you chose to do that. And Sapphire's got a question too.
Well, I guess at the beginning it was just sort of a curiosity, and I had been living in Atlanta, and then I worked in LA a couple of times, so I drove from Atlanta and back. And then I also drove up and down the East Coast when I moved from New York to Atlanta. So then I realized, these numbers of the states are going up. I just keep going. And then I had been working on a script, and the script was taking place as a road trip. It's like a coming of age story where 3 young people drive from New York to Seattle. I figured I should do that route. And so randomly ended up manifesting a car that needed to be delivered from New York to Seattle right when I wanted to do the road trip. So I delivered the car, and then after that, I only had 11 states to go. So I finished it last year.
So I got a challenge for you. So next time you go to Texas, you're going to go see, you know, you're going to go do coffee talk in person at Rachel's house. And she's a great cook. Great cook. She will make you fabulous stuff out of her garden. You know?
Oh, I would love that. Yes.
Yes. I'd love
and
that.
And then not only will you go to Florida, but you could, you know, if Carol likes you, she'll invite you to Chile. To what she has over there. So you can start going and working in your other countries. And then you definitely have to go back to Nashville, Tennessee, and, you know, see the house that Dad, you know, Howard's dad built, the Grand Ole Opry. And have Howard give you a tour of what's going on there, since he's country royalty. And there you go at that point, right? Let's do 3 things.
There you go. That's it.
And you've got to catch Howard's viral dance videos. They are the best.
Howard would love to dance with you too. You better be prepared. He can dance a long time. We're talking hours. Hey, Sapphire, are you still there?
Yeah, I'm still here, guys.
Oh, let's talk about some. What were your influences on singing? Because I haven't heard your stuff yet. I'm fascinated by that though.
Yeah, my influences were Garth Brooks, Dolly Parton, Reba McEntire, Tina Turner, and also I love Chris Stapleton as well. So it's just an influence of all those sounds kind of blended into my unique sound I just brought to there.
All right, so we have to have Howard tell a story. All right, Howard, what's the story you would like to tell today? You haven't told one in a long time. Is it a Dolly story, or is it a Brenda Lee story, or whoever?
Oh, you got me off guard. Let me think about it. Oh, I know.
Good.
The reason I'm an interior designer, that's one of my favorites. Of course, my dad was on the Opry and he traveled the road. And when he was gone, my mother went and redid the whole house completely. We had new art, new furniture, new TV, new everything. He comes in off the road. He sits in a recliner. He goes, turns on a brand new TV set and didn't say one thing. And she said, don't you notice anything? He said, did you get your hair done today? I mean, I think it's funny because, I mean, we're all waiting. No telling how much you spent. I mean, I'm sure it was a lot for that time. Wouldn't be a lot for this time. But, and he just didn't notice. So
that's not good for a guy. That definitely not. Women don't like that. You better say something nice.
Yeah.
You know, speaking of that,
He didn't
Terry,
even
you look
notice.
nice today.
Oh, thank you.
I'm saying something nice, right? But I mean it. You do look nice. All right, Terry, talk about your birthday. You had fun just going out and with your friends, right?
Well, no, I talked about that when we first started. That we went to San Luis Obispo and went horseback riding, and I went with Raquel, who's our friend, who's a publicist. She does publicity for rock bands. We just had a blast. We went to lunch at Pismo Beach on the water. Then that night we went to dinner at the Madonna Inn. It has a fabulous steakhouse. Then we got up, we went horseback riding. Then we went and went to the spa, laid out by the pool. We met some really interesting people. But the thing about the Madonna Inn is that they have 110 rooms, and each one of the rooms is individually decorated as a different theme.
So cool.
And I'll have to send Brian some of the pictures because I'm going back. We stayed in the tack room, which was an equestrian-based room, but they have cave room. And I guess like everybody talks about the men's bathroom there. It's famous because you go in there and it's like a rock. The urinal is a rock waterfall. It's crazy. But what's so neat about the Madonna Inn though is that everything is pink. It's pretty gaudy, but it's really neat architecture. I mentioned before that the staircase in the restaurant was from Hertz Castle. They have this huge tree there that has all these angels coming down. It's a fabulous place. It's just somewhere that you want to go for, a retreat. It's a great place to have a birthday. And I think, I came back like refreshed, and then I came back and then my friends took me to another dinner like last Saturday. We went to sushi here in Sherman Oaks, but
Cool.
I can't talk enough about that place, and I will be uploading a TikTok video in the next 2 days. I just have to edit it. I haven't had time to do it, which is the room, the horseback riding, and kind of gives you kind of an overview of the property.
Howard, you're going to say something?
Yeah. Speaking of hotels, Dolly Parton is building a new hotel in Nashville. It is
Oh,
geared
wow.
toward brides. So she's going to have like bridesmaids rooms where it's like 6 women all together in the same room. So when you have the bridal party, because Nashville's become the place to get married. I mean, you go downtown, you have all these ladies dancing around in the thing and yelling and screaming and wearing the cowboy hats and the Daisy Dukes. You can hardly go anywhere. It's just a bunch of girls everywhere.
Wow.
So,
As Terry was talking, I could see Mary's eyes lighting up. Maybe I'll go to that place and look at the men's journals. You just never know. I saw your face there. You can't hide that.
I know. I was just looking at the pictures as well. It looks gorgeous.
See, I told you.
Yeah, the
I
hotel.
told
If
you.
you Google it, you can see some of the rooms. I want to go back and I want to stay in one of the cave rooms. But my girlfriend stayed in one of the cave rooms. She said there's kind of a weird smell, like we need to get used to it. But what's interesting about the cave rooms though, because when we went horseback riding, they actually took rocks from the property to build those caves. I mean, there's a lot of history. It was built in the 50s, like John Wayne stayed there. And then also the Madonna family, because that's their real last name, they breed horses there. So there was about 30 horses on the property than when we were there. I mean, like if you just Google Madonna in San Luis Obispo and you can get an idea of how gorgeous it is. But I am going to be posting that video either tomorrow or the next day. So be on the lookout for Terry Marie nonstop on TikTok.
Hey, we got a couple minutes left. Hey, Vera, talk about this. You've done probably over 500 commercials. You've worked with Mattel, Hasbro, Apple, you name it. Is there a couple of commercials that stand out for you with your hands that you really like? And the reason I say that because we're going to show something. Go ahead, Rib.
Oh no. I've probably done thousands of commercials. I've been doing child size hand modeling for about 15 years, and I've done it all. But the one that stands out is actually the worst job of my life, which is where they tried to drown me in a giant tank.
Hold on there. Okay, Rebel, that's good.
That was so cool, Brian. Thank you for like showing that. Oh my God, I was hoping we could see that.
Well, I wanted to.
That was awesome. I was so curious about that.
You got to pay homage to that because again, it's like voiceovers. You have hand models, you have foot models. Ann McDaniel's Terry was a foot model. She did things like that too. So I find things like that fascinating because it's important.
Me too.
Hey, we got a couple minutes left. Rachel, give your social media links for everybody. So
Rachel Roberts Recipes or Rachel Ann Roberts on Facebook, but most places Rachel Roberts Recipes.
Carol.
Reach me on IG at Neurocoach Carol or Carol Register, also on Facebook and in LinkedIn. So,
Terry.
Terry Marie Nonstop on all platforms.
Howard.
Oh, Howard with Facebook, and I'm also going to open up another Facebook page coming soon. So.
And Sapphire, do we still have you?
That's it.
Yes.
Sapphire. No, give me social media to everybody.
Sapphire Blue Music.
And where are you performing next?
At Black on the Block at the City Center in Los Angeles, August 17th.
Do you have a time yet at all?
Yes, I go on at 2:45 p.m. So make sure you guys arrive there and we'll have a great time and a great show.
That's important. Hey, Vera, talk about this. You were talking about your worst experience as a hand model. Go ahead.
They almost drowned me in this giant tank as I was in a goggles and snorkel underwater swimming aerial, sort of like that little Barbie bit, but they had me in the tank and I almost drowned and they didn't care. And I still haven't
keep going.
forgiven
We
that
need to get this shot.
And for the audience that is listening, give your social media links, which is really important, how people can reach out to you and where can they see Apocalypse Love.
All my socials are at Vera VanGuard, VeraVanguard, and Apocalypse Love. You can find it on Amazon Prime, and then if you type it into Google, you can find it for free on fearpix.com and mometoo.com.
And that's important. Hey, anytime a woman's creating things out there, she's making these jobs. And I wanted to make sure I took that picture because I felt it's important so you can see the people that she brought to support that. It was great to meet them there on that orange carpet, which is very, really important. And Mary, social media links for everybody.
Instagram, I'm Little Miss Jolly.
Of course you are. And yeah. And so sorry bothering you on Dora the Explorer when I called Vera, but I didn't know you were on set at that point. But that's a good thing. And also movies to see. Got to support movies out there. Let's see. F1, Naked Gun, Fantastic Four, Terminal List. If you haven't seen on an Amazon Prime, Season 2 is coming. It's got Chris Pratt in it. It's actually pretty good. Go back and see Hidden Figures. I went back to see some. I just wanted to see something that I never get a chance to see movies twice. So Hidden
I
Figures.
want to spaghetti.
Love
That's
that
the
movie.
link.
Oh,
yeah.
Spaghetti, where people can speak spaghetti, Mary. Go ahead.
Yeah.
You can go, if you go on YouTube and search spaghetti, #silence is not consent. That is how you can find it. Thank you so much.
That's a great thing. Hey, so again, you just never know what's going to happen on storms, people just running around doing stuff. Hey, if we can get you in on audio, that's a great thing. Better than nothing, right? So, Sapphire Blue, you know, that's a good thing. I'm glad you got to get in. And I want to thank everybody for being on tonight's show. And I always say this: have a good night tonight, a better day tomorrow. You see someone without a smile, please get them one of yours because the world needs it. This is Brian Sebastian. This is Movie Reviews and More. And follow, like, subscribe to everybody. See you next week.
Bye.